are we doing today?
Great.
Look, I really enjoyed this movie, and I know it's supposed to be like a horror film, but like I always have to dig insanely deep into stuff.
I love
and
that about you.
I love that both of your characters, like they've had their own past, they've been through some things, but I love how in this situation that they're both put in, that they kind of unlocked this new level of strength that they didn't know that they had.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to know for the both of you, like how was it portraying those characters, or even like what's a moment where that kind of taught you like, damn, I leveled up a little bit.
Well, I think I had a lot of moments in the film that were new for me. First time in the genre and first time sort of the way we shot it was very particular. There was a lot of like phone choreography and stuff, so I was reacting to things that I wasn't seeing, and so it was a lot of new challenges, but I really enjoyed the process of it, and I do think that like every time you do something new, you learn that your limits are probably a lot further than you think they are, and I think that's always a really fun thing to kind of like know about yourself. I love that part of like being an actor and doing new stuff all the time and different projects because of that. So this movie had a bunch of those moments for me for sure.
I love how you being modest. You was like an action star in this. I'm just saying. You doing stunts?
A little bit.
Okay, light work.
Light stunt work.
How about you?
This film? With the stunts specifically?
No, I think just in general.
In general?
Yeah, what did you learn about yourself?
What did I learn about myself?
Yeah.
Henry really is there in service of Violet. He's on a date. As far as in his perspective, he's on a date with a woman that he's very interested in and has been talking to for a minute, and he genuinely sees himself really dating this person, being with this person, and he is completely blindsided by this apparent sort of chaotic situation she's dealing with and has no idea what it is. So he's very much the audience in a sense, and just trying to support her through this apparent situation she's dealing with, and then also trying to figure out what the hell's going on. But through the course of that, falling for her more throughout the entire situation. So striking that balance was a fun task for sure.
I was like, he had the patience of a mustard seed. Because I was like, honey, I'd have been like, I'm going to see you later. We're going to have to.
Yeah.
I know. It's almost too good to be true, but I love that about it.
But he really likes her, and I think he's a really compassionate man, and and I think he's intuitive and senses that something's going on.
Definitely.
And he just wants to hold space for her and figure it out. And I think that it's just such a lovely thing that you don't see enough of.
I agree, and I also think from Violet's perspective, she's so nervous to go on the date to begin with, and so nervous about being accepted and like finding companionship again, that for her to be accepted in the space that she's in, which is like crazy, like it's not just a normal date, and for her to be accepted by Henry in spite of all that, I love seeing that play out for somebody like that who is so nervous beforehand about all that stuff. Like it's so dreamy, it's like the part of the movie that is like so romantic and sweet.
I was like, I hope they survive, because he a keeper. Okay.
I know.
Right? What a sweet guy.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
Henry.
It made me believe
More
in
Henrys.
humanity too. Like,
Thank you. Yeah, that was kind of the idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Seriously.
Like, let's make this guy just be like achievably lovely.
Yes.
It's not out of the realm of possibility to be that present and like understanding and and just, but still like hold your ground. He's got a few moments.
Yeah, it's not like a pushover or anything.
It's not from a place of like he's not angry. It's just like, oh, clearly you got some stuff going on, so we can pick this up some other time. That's totally cool with me. What do you want to do? And I think that's a lovely space to try and exist in as a dude. Yeah.
I loved it. Thank you for teaching us patience and boundaries and how to save ourselves. I appreciate that. And I just want to thank the both of you for taking time out of your day to speak with me. I appreciate it so much.
You're so beautiful. I can't even look at you. Thank you for your time.
I'm sending you nothing but love and light both
back
your ways.
at you.
I receive that, okay?
Good.
Thank you so much.
You
Appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
What are you you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm a little sad though, because
Why?
when I was watching the movie, I was like, this restaurant looks so chic. Like, I know we're in the middle of a horror movie, but I kind of want to eat here.
No.
But then I found out, like, you guys created this entire restaurant. It looked fabulous.
I know, and then they destroyed it the day after we finished. Like, literally destroyed it.
That breaks my heart.
It broke my heart. I asked our production designer, I was like, does it make you so sad to watch this beautiful set that you made just be ruined and destroyed? She goes, no, I love it.
Oh my goodness. I feel like this is your sign. Like, you can make some, like, a horror-themed restaurant called Palette,
I think so.
and then it could be like a murder mystery.
Yeah, we'll do a murder mystery.
Yes.
I know. I would love it. I'm in.
Can we do it? I feel like we just manifested it.
I
It's
think
gonna
we did.
happen.
All right, let's do
Yes.
it.
But one of the things that I love about our two characters in this movie is it really shows how, you know, people have extra things that they're going through that you just never know. You come in contact with someone. But I love this idea that somebody can persevere through these bad situations and unlock a new level of strength they didn't know they had.
Absolutely. You just nailed the theme.
Look, I've been thinking deep into movies. I know it's horror,
know, I love
but
it.
I went to therapy, all right? But I want to know for you, like, what was a moment for you that kind of unlocked this new level of strength you didn't know you had?
You know, for me, look, the domestic violence aspect of the movie is very personal to me, and I've had some people that were really, really close to me go through similar stuff, and so when we were working on the script and also working with the actors, you know, we really dug into this stuff quite a bit, and yeah, it is really. I think the movie is about the resiliency of people who have been through that, and how much stronger they come out of it, you know? And that's Violet's journey, you know? And I thought that it was a really important message to bring to the audience, even though the movie is suspenseful and entertaining and all of those things. Like, I want audiences to walk out of the movie with that message.
I really love those quiet moments of her, you know, finding the chat line. I don't want to spoil too much, but I
yeah.
really love how she utilized those resources as well.
Right, exactly. So these were things that she knew and had used in the past. And then she realized, oh, I can use them in a different way,
Yeah.
you know, for a different kind of lifeline.
I really love those quiet moments of her, you know, finding the chat line. I don't want to spoil too much, but I
yeah.
really love how she utilized those resources as well.
Right, exactly. So these were things that she knew and had used in the past. And then she realized, oh, I can use them in a different way,
Yeah.
you know, for a different kind of lifeline.
I love that.
Yeah.
But I mean, also too, this is a hard movie to do because you're kind of stuck in this one set piece. And the audience loses their attention very quickly these days.
Yes, they do.
So what were some of those like reservations that you had and things that you put in place to really keep the audience enthralled from beginning to end?
Yeah, when I read the script the first time, I immediately identified that challenge, you know, and I thought, man, it's a lot of people sitting at tables and you're in this one location. But then, you know, I realized that if I tell the story in a really subjective way, if we get inside her head and then I shoot it that way, I felt like it would really pace the movie up. And so I kind of, my director of photography and I, Mark Spicer, we created these two modes of shooting where there was Violet on the date, where she's performing for Henry, you know, and so the camera tends to be pretty steady. And then there's Violet dealing with her tormentor. And then the camera does a lot of weird stuff and a lot of lighting effects start happening and whatnot. It gets very stylized. And I feel like telling the story from that point of view allowed me to do a lot more than I normally would do. And I think it just really helped keep the space alive and the pace moving.
Can you talk about the observations? Because I think in situations like this, you lose faith in people because most people are distracted by their phones. But I really love that you had a mix of people who are distracted, but people who are paying attention to cues that are happening throughout the course of the dinner and throughout the restaurant.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, it's funny. There's a moment in the film where, like, she looks over and everybody's on their phone. And that, I think, is one of those things. Like, I've been in restaurants and I've looked around and I'm like, oh shit, everyone's on their phone. But yes, I think there's also the idea, and it's really about, more specifically, how sometimes I think that women watch out for other women, and that kind of protective nature that I think they have to have, because that's the world we live in. And so that was something that we really wanted to include in the movie as well.
I love it.
Yeah.
Look, I just love all those little cues that you put into the movie. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Just thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with me, and I'm just sending love and light your way.
Oh, thank
hope
you. I
have a great
appreciate that.
day.
That's really kind.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.